Hello everybody. Today I am going to talk about active transport, which is also a type of movement of substances inside organisms, and compare it with diffusion and osmosis, which are the other main ways that substances move across cell membranes. First, let's define active transport. Active transport is the movement of substances against a concentration gradient, from a region of low concentration to a region of high concentration across a cell membrane. This is an active process which requires energy. The energy is released during respiration in the form of ATP. Active transport uses carrier proteins in the cell membrane that change shape in order to move substances into or out of the cell. In contrast, diffusion is a passive process which the particles move from region of high concentration to low concentration, down a concentration gradient. It does not require energy and occurs due to the random motion of particles. Diffusion is used to move substances such as oxygen, carbon dioxide, and urea. Osmosis, on the other hand, is a special type of diffusion. It is the movement of water molecules from a region of higher water potential to lower water potential across a partially permeable membrane. Like diffusion, osmosis is a passive process and does not require energy. Here is a table to compare the three main types of movement: diffusion, osmosis, and active transport. For the process, both diffusion and osmosis are passive, which do not require energy. But for active transport, it is an active process. It requires energy from cellular respiration. For the direction of movement, in diffusion, particles move from high to low concentration or down a concentration gradient. For osmosis, it is a special type of diffusion. Water molecules move from region of high water potential to low water potential. For active transport, particles move from low to high concentration or against the concentration gradient with the use of energy. Energy is used to change the shape of the carrier proteins in the cell membrane for active transport. These proteins help the transport of substances against the concentration gradient. For diffusion and osmosis, no special proteins is needed. For osmosis, a partially permeable membrane is needed so that only small molecules like water can pass through, but not the large molecules. Let's look at some examples of active transport. In plants, root hair cells absorb mineral ions such as nitrates and magnesium ions from the soil, even when the concentration in the soil is lower than the inside of the root hair cell. Diffusion cannot occur in this situation, so active transport is required. In animals like human, in the small intestine, glucose and amino acids are absorbed into the bloodstream by both diffusion and active transport. This ensures that useful nutrients are fully absorbed after digestion, even if the concentration in the blood is already high. Because active transport requires energy, cells that carry out a lot of active transport contain many mitochondria, which can provide the energy needed through respiration. This shows how cells are adapted to their function. In conclusion, diffusion and osmosis are passive processes that move substance down a gradient, while active transport is an energy-requiring process that moves substance against a gradient. All three processes are essential for the movement of substances in living organisms and for maintaining life. That's the end of today's video. Thanks for watching.